He's completely hosing everyone's deck, including himself, right? This Rest in Peace is even hosing his deck, probably worse than the rest of ours, but everyone's really struggling to get anything going with the Rest in Peace in play.
Today on Commander Replay, we check out this outtake from Dinosaur Week and watch as a Rest in Peace completely destroys everyone at the table. Next on Commander Replay. Hey guys, there's two great ways to support the channel. All links are in the description below.
Welcome back, everyone. We've got Akim the Soaring Wind, and this is Dinosaurs That Learn to Fly. Let's take a look at this opener. 2 lands and a Signet, a lot of late drops. I'm gonna mulligan that. Also not loving this one. Mulligan that. This one has actual lands, which we will need. Not a ton else. Yeah, keep. Oh, let's go into the bottom. True Conviction's so good. So is Levitation. Levitation is the whole theme of the deck. I guess that means we gotta put True Conviction back. And we have an Enlightened Tutor in the deck, so it's not impossible to find it again, but True Conviction's so good. Brings us back to our turn. There's a Smothering Tithe. If we get to a 4th land, that will be helpful, just so we can get some ramp going. We need to find card draw next. There isn't a ton of card draw in the deck, but the card draw we do have is very good. It's a lot of blue enchantments that have the ability to draw you multiple. Stuff like Kindred Discovery, Rhystic Study, Bident of Thassa, and like Vanquisher's Banner. There's a Nezzel Hall. That's the card draw, but we need to get to it. Still a ways away from it. Play the Command Tower, and we'll pass. So the idea for this deck came about, I was looking through all the legendary dinosaurs that were available, trying to decide which ones I wanted to play. Akim looked interesting because I've never played it on the channel, and I realized that it's a bird dinosaur. I'd always kind of associated it with birds more than dinosaurs. Lucky for us, it is both. And initially I was thinking about just doing a deck that uses Akim's ability and tries to synergize with it and make tokens and all that stuff. And then for some reason I started thinking about flying dinosaurs. I don't know why. What if we play a dinosaur tribal deck in Jeskai and play as many cards like Levitation as we can to make them all fly? It sounds like it should be a good time. I know it's not going to be particularly fast, have like a lot of synergy or resilience or stuff like that, so, you know, definitely going to be more in the slower battle cruiser-y type of setting. Opponent goes Soul Ring into Ruby Medallion. I mean, like, that's probably GG. Enlightened Tutor. D-Manny grabs a Gilded Lotus, trying to get his late game ramp going. Brings it back to our turn. There's a Vanquisher's Banner. Oh, we need to find lands. Play the land, get the Herald's Horn in, choosing Dinosaur. Pass like that. The dream would be if we use this, reveal a dinosaur, draw it, and then catch a land after it. That would be the most ideal. Athreos, God of Passage. Yep. Hoarding Dragon coming into play. Exiles a Mirror Box. Okay, so he's trying to do... I see what he's trying to do. So I asked him about the deck, because I'm like, isn't Rionya a turn 5 deck? Because we're definitely not playing a turn 5 deck. And he's like, not this version. He said it's mostly legendary creatures, and he's going to try to do stuff with Mirror Box, so... I still think we're going to get blasted. I don't like our chances here. Particularly if we don't catch another land. Gilded Lotus for opponent. Brings back to our turn. Herald's Horn trigger. Well, it's the land. Draw the land. Play the land. Play the Smothering Tithe. Hope we get at least a couple with it. Opponent's going to bounce it. That's unfortunate. Hits it with a Wipe Away. Keeper of the Accord. Anger for opponent. For Overdashon. Keeper trigger. It's going to be the 1/1. Core Spirit Dancer. Yeah, it is a Bruna deck. Have some bad memories of this one. I feel like I lose to it every time I see this deck. It's another one of those things that at some point you lose the ability to interact with this commander. There'll be Shroud, Hexproof, whatever on it, and it's just a nightmare. Yeah, 2/4 double strike is nasty. No attacks. It's summoning sick. Keeper trigger. God, could we use a keeper? Or even just for our Smothering Tithe to stick. Which I'm not all that hopeful it will, but here's the hoping. Herald's Horn trigger. Glasspool Mimic is not a dinosaur. It is a land, though, so that's something. Play the land side of it. Retry the Smothering Tithe. Smothering Tithe trigger. There's a treasure. Rest in peace, woof. Nothing in our graveyard. That's cool, right? Enlightened Tutor and Wipe Away, not coming back. If we can get this Anger to die with the Rest in Peace in play, that would be ideal. Luckily, we're not too heavy of a graveyard deck. I think there's a Marshal's Anthem in here. I think that's about really the only thing. Also, I guess the Emeria, but... Eradicator Valkyrie. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. That doesn't seem amazing. Gonna send the Keeper our way. Yep. 37. Ooh, opponent pays. Brutal. We can get one more. We can get to the Nezzel Hall, and getting to Nezzel Hall would make me very happy. 4/4 into Sean. Yep. Oh, he's trying to get it to die. He's trying to get him to block with the thing. Yep. I see what's happening. Rest in Peace seems like a non-bow with what he has going here. He's got a Ravos, and he's got an Athreos. Soul Guide Lantern, unless he's doing... I think someone was telling me there's some weird combo with Rest in Peace now. I don't know what it is, but if he's not doing that, this seems like an odd choice. Opponent pays. Yeah, that's super annoying. There's Bruna. Man, how nasty would it be if we lay down the austere command with the rest in peace in play? Pretty nasty. Back to our turn, Herald's Horn. There's another land. Lands are helpful. Play the Plains. Now that we have 7 mana, I think I'm just going to go for Nezzel Hall right here. Try to get the card draw going. And, oops, we didn't have to sacrifice the treasure. Whoopsie. Hope that we don't have to do the Exile 3 thing, because I like all these cards. Want all these cards. Don't want to get rid of them. There's a treasure. There's a Sir Conrad. Also seems like a Nanbo with the rest in peace. Yeah, everyone else talking about it in chat too. Oh god, this thing's going on the attack. Opponent's going to make 2 1/1s with this Sokazan. He's got exactly enough mana to do the sacrifice thing. He's going to quad block the Keeper. Nice. Although, this will get exiled. Sure he doesn't want that. We can't block. Anger into exile, Keeper into exile. Love it. Yeah, there's the boast. Alright, we gotta activate Nezzel Hall. Get rid of all of our stuff that we wanted. Ouch. Those are 3 really good cards, but we need to keep this Nezzel Hall alive. Opponent sacrifices the token. Nezzel Hall comes back at the end step. Would really like to see a couple spells go off here so we can draw some cards. This one is non-creature spell. There is something to say that like maybe we should have kept the austere command because we would just annihilate everyone else's board with the rest in peace in play. Well, we get to draw one finally. There's a Blade of Selves. Core Haven is a land. Equip the Blade. This card got reprinted, by the way, because these were very expensive for a long time. And this is reprinted in Baldur's Gate, and hopefully they'll be nice and cheap. I haven't looked at the prices since then, but I assume they've come down quite a bit. Myriad. Get more dragons. 2 more dragons. He's still boned with the rest in peace in play, though. He's got to deal with that. Otherwise, they won't trigger. The dice trigger won't happen. He gets a Fire Diamond. Okay, yeah. I think he playing it kind of safe there. And a Mana Vault. Yeah, just getting some mana rocks. We take a hit for 4. Everyone else will take a hit for 4. Unfortunately, if we don't deal with that Eradicator Valkyrie, we're going to have to probably use... I guess we can cast our Commander and feed our Commander to the Boast ability. We'll definitely want to try to play around that. D-Manny doesn't like it, so he's going to exile the Eradicator Valkyrie. Love it. Love it. I thought for sure that was going to come at our Nezzel Hall, but, you know... We do get to draw another one. We have 2 lands. Path of Ancestry, a reasonable pickup, because I would love to scry. Core Haven, also solid. Once this Bruna gets giant, I'm sure it'll be a problem. D-Manny pays. Swiftfoot Boots, we draw. Nice. Hey, a dinosaur. How about that? Equips the boots. So much for Core Haven. Bruna trigger. He can dump his hand, but he can't get the ones from his graveyard, because exile. It is an aqueous form. It can't be blocked. That's disgusting. Opponent goes to 30 and 5 commander. Brings it back to our turn. Dowsing Dagger is a magic card. Oh, let's see. I mean, I think we can force it, right? He has no cards in hand, so... what I'm going to do is we'll give Pauper the plants. Equip the Dowsing Dagger. Swing over to D-Manny. Bruna with hexproof and can't be blocked is pretty scary. If he wanted to block, wouldn't be the end of the world, right? Yeah, he's not going to block. Dowsing Dagger will flip. Transform. We have a Lost Veil. Do we go Core Haven or Tapland? We'll get the Akim right here just because if it dies, we can get it back. And I like that. We'll go for the Tapland since it's got hexproof currently. And we'll pass like that. Also leaves an extra card in our hand in case we got to save Nezzel Hall again. Which may have been a reason to go Core Haven instead of Path of Ancestry. But whenever you create 1 or more tokens for the first time each turn, create a 1/1 bird with flying. Oh, hey. That doesn't care about creatures. That cares about any tokens. Smothering Tithe is that token. So we get to make a 1/1. Fantastic. Dinosaurs and birds living together in harmony. Conrad's going to start milling us. We lose Sword of the Animist. That's one that I always want. Although, we're actually doing okay on mana right now. Mills again. Prairie Stream. Okay without that. Lands are fine at the moment. Exile everyone's combo pieces. Another land. Chroma's Will. That's one that you want. Ouch. That's also team flying. But based on what his game plan is, I think he's going to attract some ire from everyone else at the table. Another treasure, another bird. So if you wanted to build around Akim, I think you just go treasure tokens, run like every treasure token card, and you'll have a lot of 1/1s. Here comes Rionya. I wouldn't mind seeing a few non-creature spells right here. Need to draw some more cards. Fiery Confluence. Oh no! They're going to shoot the Swiftfoot Boots. That's a good thing, but they're going to shoot our Herald's Horn, which is a... nice piece of value for us. There's a Molten Echoes. Those go into exile. And they do 1 damage to each creature, so our bird token goes down. Rionya trigger. More Hoarding Dragons. Yep. Mana Crypt and Arcane Signet. Yep, 4/4 going on the attack. Oh, right. I forgot that Blade of Selves is bugged on Magic Online, and the tokens don't go away. So Sean's getting blasted for a lot more damage than he should be. Oh, never mind. Those are Rionya tokens, not Blade of Selves tokens, so Blade of Selves should be working properly. It's going to block with Bruna. That'll kill Bruna. She got 1 damage marked on her. I don't know if he missed that. Yeah, Bruna goes down. He does have mana to recast her, so I wonder if that's just he's just trading to preserve his life right there, or if he actually missed the 1 damage. Okay, yeah, the Blade of Selves tokens did get exiled, so that's working properly. And then the other ones will get exiled by Rionya. D-Man is going to scry too. Yep. Wow, still paying for our Smothering Tithe. Got literal nothing in play. Plays a land. Wow. Is it just land recast as commander? Was that his setup? Yep. That's fine. That doesn't bother me. There's a Signet. Play the Core Haven. Play the Signet. Let's Lost Veil. Do that. Get the Molten Echoes. Choosing Dinosaur. Then we'll activate this thing. Do that. We're going to cast the Temple Altasaur. We'll use the Path of Ancestry so we can scry. We get to scry one. Kindred Discovery is exactly the card we want to see. Keep that on top. Molten Echoes is going to trigger. We get a copy. That'll trigger Akim. Nice. Molten Echoes also inadvertent synergy. Didn't plan for that, but we've got ourselves another bird. I think we go full steam into Pauper right here. He has quite a bit. Seems to be happening. Blocks of the plant. Blocks with Rionya. Oh, right. That one doesn't have flying. Forgot about that. We get in 3 damage. Pass like that. Exile our token. Another treasure, another bird. Ameria 4 planes, but Graveyard still exiled. And he's just going to keep milling. No, not the Kindred Discovery. Forgot about that. I mean, it's going to be a slog to the end of this game. No one really has anything good going. Rionya is probably in the best spot, but we have bigger creatures, thankfully. Everyone's super low on cards. Luris. Continuing on the theme of cards that non-bow with Rest in Peace. Athreos now a creature. Oh no, he got a Chroma's Will. He got a Chroma's Memorial also. I think that only leaves one mass flyer in the deck, which is Archetype of Imagination. Blocks of the plant. Pays with a Smothering Tithe. D-Manny said no, he didn't want to block. Yep. I think he missed something there. But, you know, he didn't really have much else going, so it kind of made sense to block there anyway. The only thing now is that he loses a Scry in the Castle Vantress, but he can still do it on his upkeep. Still, it messes with his tempo a little bit. Yep, more 4/4s going over to Sean. We might be in a position to take Sean down, which might be ideal, just because he's completely hosing everyone's deck, including himself, right? This Rest in Peace is even hosing his deck, probably worse than the rest of ours, but everyone's really struggling to get anything going with the Rest in Peace in play. And that also shows you just, like, how strong and how prevalent recursion has become. I feel like half the game now is like, all right, play your best card. If it dies, bring it back with something. And that usually decides the game. Like, recursion can be kind of busted. There is a 4/4 coming our way. We'll block with a token. Man, the 3 or 4 cards we could have drawn with Kindred Discovery would have been so good. Sean's down to 8. I don't know that we just... I mean, if D-Manny swings his way, we will have lethal. But, yeah, he's going to scry during his upkeep. Smothering Tithe. He's going to pay. Aha! He casts a Midnight Clock. We get to draw. Ah, it's a land. Of course. He's going to swing over to Pauper. Bruna trigger. Nothing doing, though. Opponent's going to destroy our Lost Veil. Don't love that. I was thinking about holding the Scalding Tarn, just to try to get back to 3 cards for Nezelhal, but with the Lost Veil going down, I probably won't do that. Generous Gift is a magic card. What do we need dead? Rest in Peace is probably a start. Honestly, I mean, maybe we kill the Sir Conrad, because then we just stop the mill, right? Like, this is hosing everyone, so... man. But on the other hand, he's at 8, so, like, he'll probably just die soon. Yeah, play the Scalding Tarn. Go to combat. Send the Flyer into Sean and the Nezelhal into Pauper. Leave the others back. Those all hit. Sean's at 5, Pauper's at 20. And we'll pass. Midnight Clock now on 2. When it gets 12, it's a problem. We'll want to shoot it before then, if we don't have to use a Generous Gift on something else. We get a treasure and a bird. Can you fail to find with Hoarding Dragon? You may search your library, so you can choose not to search even. With all the copies, it probably would have made more sense to not. I mean, unless he just wants to pull all the ramp out of his deck so he doesn't draw it. But, I don't know. Given this board state, yeah, I think you go no search on all the dragons that he's been dumping. Full scale into Pauper. Is there a board wipe coming after this? Rionya gonna block Luris. 2 creatures go down. Athreos becomes not a creature. Pauper goes to 10. Man, we're sitting pretty at 25. We have way more life than everyone else. Sun Titan, continuing with cards at Nambo with Rest in Peace. There's a Sun Titan. That does turn his Athreos back into a creature. He's back to 8. How is he back to 8? What gained him 3 life? Does Luris have lifelink? Luris has lifelink, that's why. Still, if Pauper and D-Manny want to gang up on Sean, I think that's going to be it for him. Smothering Tithe trigger? They pay. Other than like 2 or 3 combo pieces that we wanted, Kindred Discovery, a Chroma's Will, and a Chroma's Memorial, for the most part, the stuff he's exiled has been like lands and ramp, which we don't really need more of, so at least that's something. Should leave a medium amount of things we actually want left in the deck. There's a bunch of 6-drops in this deck, too. Any 6-drop would be fairly solid right here. Oh, what does this thing say? Discard 3 cards. They don't have 3 cards, so I guess they can't do that. Yeah, I mean, I guess they can borrow it for a turn. Sajiri Shelter. Should we let them borrow it for a turn? I don't think it's coming our way. Just need to find a way to some creatures. Rionya trigger. Copying Nezelhal. Uh-oh. I see what he's doing. That's annoying. That is annoying. Yep, they get rid of the original. Wow, that sucks. Should have Sajiri sheltered it. Didn't see that line of play. He's going to take down Sean here, though. No, is he? 1 blocker. I think he is, yeah. No, I think he's going to be at 1. Which is probably even better if, like, D-Manny has to finish him up. We'll block the 4/4. Gonna exile the Hoarding Dragons. Sean survives at 1. I'm curious to see what D-Manny does here. Attacking either player is a good call. Attacking us doesn't do that much because we have the 1/1. Midnight Clock ticking up. It's at 4. Gonna activate the castle. Yep. If D-Manny went after Pauper, we could kill Sean and Pauper and then just have to duke it out 1 versus 1 with D-Manny. And we have 2 pieces of interaction, which is something. But largely we'll all be living off the top of our libraries. We make another token. Love it. Windfall. Huh. Let's Generous Gift the Midnight Clock. Taps it for mana. And Sajiri Shelter on our commander, I guess. White seems like a good color to choose. That's a deflecting swat. Ooh, Pauper's... So this is going to be a windfall for 1. That's how this game is going. Windfall for 1. Choosing a color white? He's changing our Generous Gift. Wow, really? I mean, I guess the token should trigger Akim, right? Whenever you create 1 or more tokens. Oh, first time. I think we already made 1 this turn. We draw 1. Please don't be a land. It's a land. Of course it's a land. Smothering Tithe. God, I wish I put a Skull Clamp in this deck. Definitely need to do that. I guess it wouldn't do anything with Rest in Peace in play, but in theory, it'd be good. Idol of Oblivion. Jeweled Lotus? Yep, sure, that's not what he wanted to see. Oh, this survived? Whoa. Okay, D-Manny's going to go after Pauper, which will put him to 5, so we should be able to kill both players and then just go head-to-head with D-Manny. As long as he doesn't get, like, hexproof or something like that, we can kind of keep him at bay with the Core Haven. But this thing's ticking up, and that will be a problem. Midnight Clock, ticking up. He set his card off, Sean set his card off Windfall as Vampiric Tutor, so he can kill himself. Yep, that's definitely a thing. We do catch a Forerunner of the Empire. Enters battlefield, search your library for dinosaur, reveal it, and then put that card on top. Interesting. Interesting. Play the land, that's the easy part. Oh, this won't trigger Path of Ancestry, so we won't even get the Scry. Let's just go to combat first. Burden Sean, Akim into Pauper, this token into Pauper. We'll leave the 1/1 back just in case. 2 players go down. Just D-Manny left. Cast the Forerunner of the Empire. We're going to need a good dinosaur. I'd say that Nezelhal would probably be the best call, but that's gone. Ooh, Atali maybe? Atali's probably the next best. Use the ability. Let's see. Burning Sun's Avatar with the Molten Echoes in play is not awful. I mean, even that thing's not... If we could tap him down with that thing, that'd be pretty funny. Ooh, an 8/8 Trample Haste is actually kind of solid. Goring Ceratops isn't awful. It is slow, though. It's really a question of, like, can we live without haste? One thing to think about is Atali is dangerously close to Bruna in terms of size. I mean, Zatalpa's probably not terrible either. We'll go for... We'll go for Atali. I wanted to go for Yadaro, but if D-Manny draws something and he's scrying 2 every turn, it might just not be enough, so... Oh, wow. Cool. Midnight Clock's on 6. Yeah, so he's probably gonna win. Scry 2. Oh, he's gonna Ghost Quarter our Core Haven. Oh, I don't love that. Should have caught that and should have shot the Ghost Quarter. We're gonna go no, because we want to leave that Atali right on top. Oh, you want what we could do? We can also shoot his Castle Vantress, which we're gonna need to do. We can shoot the Castle Vantress, shoot another land. Actually, we can do that. Tech Edge the Castle Vantress. Bruna our way. Yep. Trigger. Oh, God. Sage's Reverie. They'll draw one, but drawing one is a pretty big game at this point. Oh, we could have prevented that. So, at some point, we're probably going to lose the ability to block, so I think it makes sense to just keep blocking early like this. Yeah, we'll strip mine another land. Midnight Clock. There's the Atali. Let's crack this Scalding Tarn. We've been holding on to that for a little bit. Get a Tundra. Cast Atali. I mean, there's a tough call here of, like, do you send in the token copy? I don't think it's worth it. We'll scry one. I think we're better off holding it. Urza's Incubator? No, we don't need that. To the bottom. On the other hand, if we attack with it, it's just going to die anyway. So are we better off? No, I think we hold it. No. Because we don't have a profitable attack anymore. Ugh, God. Maybe we just send it and hope for the best? Yeah, let's send it and hope for the best. I think that's all we can do. Make a bird, another trigger for Forerunner that will say no to. I mean, we just send I think we send everything, right? He's at 14. Atali triggers could use something big. Oh, we hit 2 lands? Land and land, of course. Of course. This game has not gone according to plan at all. Supposed to have a bunch of flying dinosaurs, and that's just not working out. Bruna trigger. Akim back to the command zone. Down to 3. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just recast. I was thinking about holding to get the scry, because that's, like, pretty valuable right now, but I think just having more bodies, given that his life total's so low. Plus, if he doesn't pay for the thing, then we'll get another bird. He's going to put a counter on Midnight Clock. Yep, it's getting there. Molten Echoes and Forerunner. We'll keep the original. Thank you very much. Oh, man, there's 3 damage. Oh, man. Yeah, it's not worth blowing up our tokens, though. Molten Echo. Tokens exile. A Midnight Clock. 9 counters. He could probably crack it this turn, just that I don't think he'll have much mana left to do anything else. On the other hand, Bruna drops things in for free, so I don't know. That's probably the play he's got to make. Unless he finds something huge. Another bird for us. Puts a counter on it. Puts a counter on it. It's at 11. Yep. Here it comes. There's a 12th counter. Gonna crack the clock. Hope he hits mostly lands. Does trigger our Smothering Tithe a bunch. I was thinking about that also, that this might go off so that, you know, we can afford to keep recasting Akim very easily. Oh, man. I forgot about the creature tokens have double strike. Oh, we could have finished it right there. Whoops. Completely forgot that's what our commander does. Probably should have read it at the beginning of the game, right? Well, hopefully we don't pay the price. Ponder. Here it comes. Let's find out what he's got. Celestial Mantle is not good. Gift of Immortality and Sage's Reverie. Still blockable. Oh, nice. He's not going to double his life. He's got to deal damage to us. That should be the game. Maybe we can rip something cool off the top right at the end here. That would be sweet, right? No, he just scoops it. He had a Skyclave Apparition. What a terrible game. Sean with that Rest in Peace destroyed everyone's deck, including his own. So I asked him about it after the game, and he said that he was trying to set up for a play with Kaya Orzhov Usurper, basically to try to one-shot players out of the game with the giant exile pile. So I don't think this is really a representative game about what this deck can do. I'm not saying this deck's great, but it should play a little bit better than it did. The Rest in Peace with the mill was just brutal. If we had landed that Kindred Discovery, we draw, I don't know, 3-4 cards, and then we're right back in it. We cast a few dinosaurs, and, you know, we've got a cool board state. You know, this is the type of deck where you need to value a little bit. Like, there's not a ton of synergy here. We did catch the couple cards in the deck that do help with our token creation with the birds, so that was something. But yeah, I was really just trying to do like a Jeskai dinosaur thing, and like I said, I think because of the Rest in Peace and because of the mill, this game went a lot worse than it probably should have. On the other hand, that also kept our opponents in check while everything was going on, and we did not draw as much with the Nezzel Hall as I would have hoped. I know we got a couple cards with it, but I think we hit a lot of lands with it and just didn't really catch the gas. So that was all pretty rough. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching. I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. If you want to help support the channel and vote on which decks I play next, or if you want to get some good games of Spell Table, be sure to check out my Patreon, the link below.